He forgotten ward. No one in Black Hollow drove past Ashcroft Asylum after sunset. The massive brick building stood on a lonely hill, surrounded by dead trees that never seemed to grow leaves. Every window was broken, and rusted wheelchairs sat abandoned in the overgrown courtyard. Local kids dared each other to step inside, but almost no one ever did. I never believed the stories. Until the night I went in. The front doors groaned open with a long, painful creak. My flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing peeling wallpaper, shattered glass, and faded signs pointing toward different hospital wings. The air smelled like mold, dust, and something metallic. It was silent. Room 217 still had children's toys sitting neatly on a shelf. A small music box rested on a dusty table. As I walked past it, the music box began playing by itself. Soft. Slow. Beautiful. I froze. There were no batteries. No one was there. The tune stopped the moment I shined my flashlight on it. Farther down the hallway, I noticed muddy footprints. Fresh footprints. They weren't there when I came upstairs. Someone else was inside. Hello. I called. No answer. Only another clang. Closer this time. The hallway lights suddenly flickered. One by one. Old fluorescent lights buzzed to life. For the first time, I could see the entire corridor. At the very end stood a nurse. She wore an old white uniform stained dark brown. Her head was tilted completely sideways. She wasn't moving. I blinked. The lights flickered again. She was gone. My flashlight began flashing. The batteries were dying. I hurried toward the stairs. Then I heard it. Whispering. Dozens of voices. All speaking at once. Stay. Don't leave. We're still here. The whispers came from every room around me. Doors slowly creaked open. One after another. I started running. The hallway seemed longer than before. Every turn led back to the same place. Room 217. Again. And again. And again. No matter which direction I ran, I always ended up in front of the music box. It started playing again. Then I noticed something horrifying. There were handprints appearing on the dusty walls. Not old ones. Fresh ones. They pressed into the dust one after another, as if invisible people were placing their hands against the walls. Hundreds of them. Moving toward me. A loud hospital intercom suddenly crackled overhead. Static filled the building. Then a calm woman's voice spoke. Patient 341. Your treatment is ready. I wasn't patient 341. Then I looked down. A hospital wristband was wrapped tightly around my arm. It hadn't been there before. My name was gone. Only one number remained. 341. The lights shut off. Complete darkness. Something breathed inches from my face. Slow. Wet. Heavy. I couldn't move. Then my flashlight flickered back on. Standing directly in front of me was a tall figure wearing a doctor's coat. Its face was hidden beneath a cracked surgical mask. Its arms stretched almost to the floor. One hand slowly reached toward me, holding an old rusted syringe. I screamed and sprinted through the hallway. Doors slammed behind me. Wheelchairs rolled by themselves. Hospital beds crashed into the walls. The whispers became deafening. The doctor never ran. It simply walked. Yet every time I looked back, it was closer. I burst through the front doors and collapsed outside. The cold night air filled my lungs. I looked back. The asylum was dark again. Silent. Empty. There was no sign of the doctor. No nurse. Nothing. I laughed in relief. Until I looked at my arm. The wristband was still there. Patient 341. I ripped it off and threw it into the weeds. The next morning, I woke up in my own bed. The wristband was back. This time, there was something new written beneath the number. Next appointment, midnight.